WWE 2K25 and all of the bits you may have missed. Come and join us on Discord where you can win a free copy of the game to discuss things further. But we are going to start off by talking about the new underground match type. Yes, it will be in WWE 2K25 and it sees a ring without ring posts and ropes. Derek Donahue, lead combat designer at Visual Concepts, said the idea of a ring without ropes has completely upended how combat works in the game, and that's something you're going to feel immediately when you get into the match. The interactions at the edge of the ring are completely reworked, and this is something that helps both underground matches and fighting outside the arena in brawl arenas. So already there is going to be a humongous gameplay change in these underground matches, but also in backstage brawls. That is going to be fantastic. We've already seen some awesome imagery of these underground matches. We got lumberjacks and superstars outside of the ring. It looks like these can happen on main shows and backstage. Now we're going to talk about another fantastic match that's coming, and that is the Bloodline rules match. So, while it does indeed feature a no disqualification, there's a mechanic that allows each superstar a total of 3 run-ins during the match. This takes place in the form of a payback ability, and once you reach the right number of gauges to use a run-in, someone can be called out to help with the Bloodline rules match. This will be so cool in universe mode, and if you've got rival factions warring with people, you could have the Bloodline going up against Chad Gable and American Alpha, and you've got various different run-ins as well. But these Bloodline rules matches are going to be a great way to propel storytelling, to really create immersive gameplay. So what do you think about the Bloodline rules match? At first, I was a little bit like, but now I am loving it. We've also got more news when it comes to the Barricades. So for those of you looking forward to diving off the Barricades in WWE 2K25, some details were revealed about moves being initialized from the Barricades themselves. Superstars will have their own movesets when it comes to jumping off barricades. The LED boards that surround the ring these days in WWE will also begin to get damaged. The more the players are thrown into them, adding yet another sense of reality to the in-ring action. That is fantastic, having engaging infrastructure, so I'm hoping that you can throw your opponent into the electronic board, and maybe it kind of stops working because you've damaged it. Here on the screen in this intergender match between Dom and Rhea, you can see markings on the Raw logo there, and it's the old Raw logo. We're hoping for the Netflix arena, but that is pretty cool to have a combustible environment. We're also looking at the emphasis on Showcase this year to really be more about playing than it is watching, and I think that was kind of what we were hearing the last few years. So we want to really give that back to the player. This is Derek Donahue saying that there would be a 3-prong approach. You can finish each match how it finished in real life, try to change these matches by getting the other person or team to win, and play out dream matches featuring superstars from the extended Anoya family. So it looks like we really are going to have a customizable Showcase, and also, hot off the press, the slingshot action will also be disappearing from Showcase. A lot of people not liking that. I actually quite enjoyed it. MyGM has also come a long way since it was introduced, and during the Q&A, Alan Flores, design director at Visual Concepts, said, "We're also adding cross-brand PLEs too, which sort of plays into the betrayal part, because now you sort of like can put your own superstars against each other, I guess." We have a bunch of new GMs, a bunch of new dramas involved as well, so there's going to be a lot of backstabbing, a lot of complaining superstars, you know, people trying to trade each other. All that type of stuff is going to be featured in MyGM. That is really good. Again, we're getting a engaging, intriguing, and immersive MyGM mode. Throw in, we're going to be getting new match types, obviously all of which that have been included in this year's edition of the game. MyGM is sure to be lit this year. Moving on, if you want to believe R-Truth and see him relive entering the Royal Rumble, well, now you can. There are no restrictions on what superstars can compete in any match, but the game doesn't force it on you. If you want to have women competing in men's matches or men competing in women's matches, the option is there. The only restriction is the mixed tag match, as that features a strict rule set. So we are going to be getting dream matches. We can get Becky Lynch against Seth Rollins. It could be a divorce match. That's pretty cool. Made that up just off the spot. Comment down in the section if you want to see that dream divorce match. But you could have Charlotte Flair going up against Andrade. You could have Rhea and Dom, which I know so many people would love to see in real life. That is incredible. There will also be other options with regards to intergender wrestling that will unlock the more you play, but these details were kept strictly under wraps. So this has me very much intrigued. There's going to be other options with regards to intergender wrestling that unlock the more you play, but they're going to be kept under wraps. Now I know a lot of people, and a lot of women, I think I'm fair in saying, are upset that the women aren't going to be able to bleed. Obviously, we are creating a very equal game in terms of the men and women and their wrestling counterparts, but I know the women want to see female superstars bleed, as a lot of men fans do, in a non-weird way. There's also been some restrictions in the past that has meant that epic brawls backstage can't go above a certain limit of superstars, but now there can be a total of 8 involved. That is incredible. We can really fill up that backstage arena and really hustle and bustle and create awesome, engaging storylines again. This is going to mean that you can have some really crazy moments unraveling as you have plenty of carnage going on off screen at any moment. So if you are running a universe mode like we're going to be doing, you can have different brawls. You could have SmackDown v Raw superstars in the lead up to Survivor Series. You could have Rumble participants all battling backstage. Giant WrestleMania backstage moments. It's all in the palm of your hand this year. Initially added to follow superstars as they make their entrances, this year 2K has embodied the third-person cam and taken it into every match imaginable. More on this a little bit later, but this is really, really good. This means that you can, almost like Grand Theft Auto, follow your superstar, interweave the match, go through the ropes, climb up Hell in the Cells, go through tables, climb into the ring, walk down the stage, run around backstage. There is going to be so much that this is going to offer this third camera, and for storytelling purposes, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. The right stick controls the camera, but it also does other things in game, other things in gameplay, and I think we found a really nice compromise with the way that it works, with there's just one new button you have to press to kind of unlock those right stick actions, but normally right stick is going to control your camera. It takes like a second to get used to, but once it clicks, you're just playing the game like you normally were with a totally new view. Now for me, I love this. I love switching up matches between the side ring view to the ramp facing camera to now being able to play the game in a third person in a way. So imagine doing a Roman Reigns spear, taking out Sami Zayn with that by using a third camera mode. That is going to make for some real cinematic, fantastic storytelling. What do you think? There's also previously been 4 archetypes in wrestling. The new giant one brings new ways to play both as and face. They have an additional health bar, but they can't do any high-flying spots and combos that are going to be limited due to more stamina being needed to initiate them. Now this is written quite bizarrely, but in actuality it means that Big Show, Braun Strowman, the Great Khali, they're not going to be able to run around as fast as they have done previously. They're not going to be running up to the top turnbuckle to jump off and do high-flying moves. Of course, there'll be no springboard moves because they just physically don't do that. That isn't their wrestling style. They're giants. I can't think of any giants who really utilize that kind of style of wrestling. So that is going to be really, really emphatic and great for us to utilize. WWE 2K25 also brings an unparalleled lineup of over 300 plus current superstars, legends, and Hall of Famers, expanding the action-packed gameplay you love. So with all of these new features, we are going to have, they say a lineup of over 300, but realistically we know we're probably going to get about 26 Roman Reigns, we're going to get 4 Jey Usos, 8 John Cenas, 6 Rey Mysterios, but we are going to have the biggest roster that we have seen in a WWE game for a long, long time. We're going to have returning Hall of Famers like DDP to people making their debuts like Lola Vice, Ethan Page, and a whole plethora more. We have also got the well and truly much loved promos coming back to Universe Mode. This is a great way to interlink segments, gameplay, storylines, and it is back. As you can see, Becky Lynch, who wants to talk the crowd up. Is she going to tell them she's going to win the next match? Or is she going to tell them that she'll pull off a win with a challenge? This is going to interlink into various different cutscenes, and there are more and more promos than ever before. So yes, I know we're all looking forward to that, and us Universe Mode fans are well and truly lapping up all of this news. More screenshots than we can shake a stick at. We have Lola Vice confirmed to definitely be in the game, but her in-ring model is here. It's been met with a lot of criticism. Does it look like Lola Vice? Does it not look like Lola Vice? I'll let you guys down below let me know. Hashtag Lola or not Lola. And we also have this amazing reveal because the final boss is back and he has his updated tattoo, his updated Titantron, and he just looks the best version of The Rock we have ever got. Trust me when I say there'll probably be 2 or 3 versions of The Rock in the game. We know we've got the Nation of Domination version, the final boss. I reckon we might get an early Attitude Era Rock as well. And of course, the Island, the brand new feature, the much debated Island, the online version where we can train against other people, we can take them on in battles, we can go to Roman and ask to be given title chances to join the Bloodline. It's a free roam mode with this giant Roman Reigns gold statue burgeoning out of the middle of the island. What is this? What does it mean? You are about to find out very, very soon. But I cannot wait to jump in the island and find out exactly what it is all about. How are you guys feeling about the island? Is it something that you wanted and you're like, yeah? Or is it something that you despise and you're like, nah, boy? But the island is coming to the game. And something we're all going to have to get used to. How well it's received, only time is going to tell. But it's here to stay, people. It really, really is. So, with all this news, what has it left you breathtakingly anticipating, and what has it left you with a bit of a sour taste in your mouth? Guys, remember you can join our Discord channel. Just scan the QR code or copy and paste the link from the description down below. But we are giving away a copy of the game, so make sure that you do join us on Discord. Say hello in the general chat section, and you'll be met with like-minded people who just love WWE and wrestling in general. So I hope to see you over there. And you can, of course, become a member here at the channel as well with so many perks. You get early videos, you get incorporated into the universe mode, you'll get shout-outs, you get special emojis. So make sure you go and check us out as well on the channel and go and grab yourself a membership. And last but not least, make sure you do subscribe to us as well because we have all of the latest WWE 2K wrestling news as and when it drops.